Mini episode 1676 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge Mini Episode 1576, the weekly FDH football preview show. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our fantasy and non-fantasy preview for Week 12 of the 2023 NFL season, as well as a look at Week 13 of the college football season. We start with our picks right now for the college football playoff. 1 Georgia, 2 Michigan, 3 Ohio State, 4 Washington. The next 4 in are 5 Florida State, 6 Oregon, 7 Texas, 8 Alabama. Our remaining teams for the final New Year's Six Bowls are Missouri, Louisville, Oklahoma, and Tulane. For last week's college picks, we are 0-1, bringing us to 16-9-1 on the season. By the way, we're coming off a 25-15 season in 2022, so it's a combined 41, 24-1 over that span. Here's what we've got this week. Ohio State plus 3.5 over Michigan. A quick note about that game. There are a few such games in all of sports in the 21st century that carry the same stakes as this one. Essentially, it's 3 years' worth of importance in one game, because Michigan has to prove that they can win without illegal help, and they want to avoid a damaging loss that could herald the end of an indisputably tainted era at the school, and Ryan Day has the chance to scrub the damage off of his reputation as a big game coach. Aside from the 2016 NBA Finals Game 7 and the 2016 World Series Game 7, it's almost impossible to identify a game with so much on the line in terms of legacy in the 21st century. In the NFL, we're going for our 4th season since 2016 of being profitable, i.e. above 52.4%, picking every game of the season. Last week we were 8-6, 1-2 on the Big Three, and 0-1 on the lock. For the season, it's 79, 78, and 7 overall, 15, 17, and 1 on the Big Three, 3 and 8 on the lock. No teams on the bye. Here's our picks for this week. Green Bay plus 7.5 over Detroit. Dallas minus 12.5 over Washington. San Francisco minus 7 over Seattle. Miami minus 9.5 over the New York Jets. Jacksonville minus 1.5 over Houston. New Orleans plus 1.5 over Atlanta. Pittsburgh minus 1.5 over Cincinnati. Indianapolis minus 2.5 over Tampa Bay. New England minus 3.5 over the New York Giants. Tennessee minus 4 over Carolina. Kansas City minus 9.5 over Las Vegas. Buffalo plus 3 over Philadelphia. And Minnesota minus 3.5 over Chicago. For our Big Three, it's Cleveland plus 2.5 over Denver. And the LA Rams plus 1.5 over Arizona. And in the 1,000-star gold-plated lock of the millennium for NFL Week 12, it's Baltimore minus 3.5 over the LA Chargers. Here's the top 10 in our power rankings for this week. 1 Philly, 2 KC, 3 Dallas, 4 Baltimore, 5 Miami, 6 San Francisco, 7 Detroit, 8 Buffalo, 9 Cleveland, 10 Jacksonville. Here's our bottom 5. 28 New York Giants, 29 Arizona, 30 New England, 31 Chicago, 32 Carolina. Now for our fantasy football segment. Remember, we strongly discourage fantasy over managing. You don't pull your top guys unless they're hurt or on a bye, period. Don't let the matchups or everything geeks tell you anything different. Here's our list of guys you go with as long as you're confident that they'll be playing, keeping in mind that some won't be playing this week. QB, Josh Allen, Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes, and Tua. Running back, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, and Jonathan Taylor. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Waddle. Tight end, TJ Hawkinson, Travis Kelce, and George Kittle. Remember, our Thursday night game picks and fantasy recommendations are up every week on our Twitter page at the FDH Lounge. Now here's our non-gimme picks for the week. We like 4 QBs: Josh Dobbs, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, CJ Stroud. We like 15 running backs: Ty Chandler, James Cook, Gus Edwards, Travis Etienne, Jerome Ford, Kareem Hunt, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, Isaiah Pacheco, Devin Singletary, DeAndre Swift, Rachaad White, Jalen Warren, and Javonte Williams. We like 14 wide receivers: Jordan Addison, Brandon Ayuk, Hollywood Brown, Nico Collins, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, Zay Flowers, Christian Kirk, Terry McLaurin, DJ Moore, Chris Olave, Calvin Ridley, Courtland Sutton, and Adam Thielen. And we like 5 tight ends: Evan Engram, Dalton Kincaid, Trey McBride, David Njoku, and Dalton Schultz. Thank you for joining us for this week's FDH Football Preview Show.